I travel a lot by myself for public speaking engagements, and one of the things that I will always appreciate is when the hotel is checking you in and they don't say your room number out loud. I had an experience once where when I checked in, they said my number, my room number out loud, and I was kind of uncomfortable by that, but I decided to just whatever, let it go. That same night, in the middle of the night, I heard someone outside of my hotel making some noise, and I don't know what they were doing, but they were doing something underneath my, they had actually knocked, I think. I instantly freaked out because I immediately went to worst case scenario. I stayed dead silent. I was like, I'm not gonna make a noise. I'm gonna act like I didn't hear it. Like, no voy a hacer nada, no les voy a abrir. I'm not gonna ask who's there, blah, blah, blah. I was literally hiding under the blanket. And I felt in that moment like my heart pounding was so loud that they would be able to know that I was in the room. Anyway, they ended up leaving. Nothing happened. No era nada malo. The next day I woke up and it was a card under my door that basically said, hey, this is your checkout time, which I think was unnecessary, but nonetheless it was nothing, luckily. But that's the kind of fear that as women we often travel around with. So I always appreciate when a hotel room doesn't say your room number out loud. And I have also learned that even if I feel shy about it, even if I feel uncomfortable about it and the people pleaser in me wants to come out, I have to stand up for myself. And if they say my room number out loud, I have to ask them to give me a different number. What they said here was, all right, you're on the 9th floor. They took me to the elevator and actually pressed the button for me to go up. They never once mentioned my room number. They just wrote it down. And anyways, that's just something quick I wanted to share, because that is a state of traveling by ourselves as women. Hay muchas cosas that we have to look out for. And as a traveling public speaker, it's just another layer on top of all the nerves, on top of preparing for things, picking the outfit, deciding what you're going to talk about, going through all of the different mental games that you play with yourself right before going on stage, traveling here. On top of all of that, we as women, I have to check out my surroundings. I have to be extra aware about these kinds of things.